Por nada.
Coming to you live from Southern California, the show presents the National League Division Series.
Yamamoto
And taking the
va a
ball for the
pichar.
Dodgers, Yoshinobu Yamamoto. What do you look for here? Rosa
Yamamoto.
steps in now. He knows what's waiting for him, Singy.
Bueno,
An
vamos a
arm
ver a
of top-tier
Yamamoto.
command and stuff to match.
Yeah, no freebies here, Boog. You got to earn everything when you're up against a pitcher of this caliber.
Hernandez should have this one, and that'll do it. The Dodgers. One down. Here's Mookie to hit. And a payoff pitch. That one hammered center field. Rosa on the move. He won't get there. That should be extra bases. Betts into second.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Runner in scoring position now and a good opportunity to push across the first run of the ballgame.
Ripped to
Pero de
short.
frente.
Betts whips it to first. And he's out. So here's
De
Kyle
2-0
Tucker
yo,
now.
man.
There's a
Oh,
swing
Dios
and a
mío.
drive.
Oh, Dios mío. Oh, Dios mío.
That's back. Onto the track. And he makes the catch.
Up next for the Dodgers, the third baseman, number 13.
Coño, Yamamoto, pero ven, pónmela.
This one smoked. Could be trouble. Around first and hustling for second. And he's into second base with one away as the go-ahead run.
Well, that'll make you feel good as a hitter right there. A chance now to take the lead, and at this point in the game, that could be a deciding run.
Next to hit for the Nats, Keibert Ruiz. Here's the pitch. Runner breaks for third. In the dirt. Throw. Save. That's a stolen base.
Voy pa' home.
And the go-ahead run is now only 90 feet away.
In this game, you got to take what the other team is giving you, and right there.
Now a step off to third. He hits the dirt, and he is safe. He stole home. I don't believe it. So digging in, Andy Pajes. Looking to get the tying run on base. That's smacked down a line to center. Brings it in. 2 down.
Well, off the bat, it looked like they might get that tying run on base, maybe even extra bases. No dice, though. A little unlucky on that one.
Lifted in the air, left field, pretty well struck. And there's one down. Here's Kyle Tucker. Lined, and that's a base hit. Around second, on his way to third. And they hold the tying run at third. They're up the stop sign, even with 2 away.
Well, just a nice job coming through in a pretty high leverage spot right there. This team is riding pretty high right now, and you can tell the home team pretty confused as to why they're not getting it done. But it's a huge tone setter when you can take the first 2 games of a series, especially on the road. Now we'll see if they can back it up at home.
Sí, eso no es fácil, pero como quiera, uno lo que tiene que hacer es llevar una dieta saludable, ¿entiendes? Aunque no sea esa, eso está para botar un poco libre, pero lo importante es llevar una dieta saludable todo el tiempo. Vamos para Washington. Washington, D.C.
All right, just about ready for baseball. And up to the plate is Will Smith. Hard liner. And that's got extra bases written all over it. And that's going to roll to the wall. Into second safely. It's a leadoff double to start the game.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. High fastball, even a little above the zone, but such a good job of staying tall on the backside, getting that barrel there to meet it just in time. I tell you what, it's not easy to do.
Swing and a line drive, base hit out into center field. Here's the throw to the plate, but it's offline, and it's 1-0.
Well, they strike first as he gets the job done to bring home the run. Other than ripping one into the gap or blasting one over.
Now a quick throw to first, and he's back safely. One run across in the frame so far here in Game 3 of the NLDS. First offering, runner goes. Swung on, popped up on the infield. Rojas under this one, and that is that. Now it's Mookie Betts. And a payoff pitch. Base knock, center field. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out. That one is absolutely belted. Carrying well. Going. Gone. The 3-run dinger. And we have a tie ball game. It's 4-4. He only needed one swing to square it up.
Not wasting any time in that at bat, Boog. Aggressive, and it paid off. Power versus power right there, like two locomotives colliding. Who's going to win? Well, a really good job there by the hitter, getting the top hand working. Powers that fastball out of here.
Third game of the division series. And at the plate for the Dodgers, Tommy Edman. That's ripped into the outfield. And that's got extra bases written all over it. Now he'll turn for second. In safely with a leadoff double. Go-ahead runs in scoring position.
Loud contact leads to the double. I mean, you could tell it had extra bases written all over it as it jumped off of his stick.
Out to short. Gloves it on the dive to first. They get the out, and that'll do it. Back to the top of the Dodgers order. Will Smith to the plate. Man at second. This one high in the air to left center. Rosa turns to the right on the move. Brings it in. Runner tags at second to third. There's the tag. They get him. And that's the inning. It's the Dodgers 10 and the Nationals 6.
No te vayas, mi niño. ¿Pa dónde va?
Alberto Rosa digging in for the Nationals. He's already homered in this game. Yeah, that's in for a strike. 0-1.
So important to get ahead of these hitters. You don't want to issue a free pass and allow that tying run to come to the plate. Always want to keep that other team in a position where if they're going to beat you, they're going to have to do it with multiple hits.
Tucker has a beat on it. Takes it in for the out. Rosa steps in, 2 outs, down to the scoreboard, but you just need one at bat to light the match, Siggy.
And this guy's got the spark in him, Boo. Get on base and see what happens next.
That's down. One hops off the wall. And that'll bring the tying run to the plate. Well, Siggy, he is locked in there.
Well, he's really slowed the game down, and it's like he's moving in full speed, and everybody is a step or two behind. The way that he squared up that baseball.
He's trying for third. Now here's a flare off the bat. Base hit into the outfield. Now a dive for the tag, and he gets it. Bang, bang play, and he... Well, our scorecards are a mess after this one as we look at the final line.
Yeah, we're going to have to break out that old graphing calculator of yours for this one, Boog. We saw a ton of offense.
I don't think that's how a graphing calculator works, Siggy. One down. Here's Ohtani. Swing and a ball line to center. Base hit. So they get a man aboard with a one-out single. Rosa steps in, facing a Cy Young candidate here, Siggy.
Yeah, time to go Nomar Garcia-Parra and tighten up those batting gloves, stomp the spikes in the dirt, dig in for battle.
That's a laser base hit. So a man aboard now with one away.
Wow. So important to get into the fielding position as you deliver that baseball. That is a scary one. Watch your lips.
And now it's Keibert Ruiz. Payoff pitch. Here goes the runner. They get one. And now it's Luis Garcia.
Got to be careful here. This is the type of hitter that can punish you even with pitches outside the zone.
Man on second, 2 down. Bounced it. He breaks for third. So a wild pitch allows the runner to advance.
That right there can be a tough read as a runner on second to see if the ball's gotten away enough to move to third. You have to be sure you can make it because you're already in scoring position. Well, he was sure there, and now he's only 90 feet away from scoring.
Line drive, that's a base hit. Runner in from third to extend their lead. It's an RBI single, and they take a 3-run lead.
Puts a run on the board and picks up an RBI. Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep, took the barrel right to it, and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit.
2 gone, base is empty, but 3 runs across here in Game 4 of the NLDS. On a line out towards center, and that ends the inning. 2. Ripped on a line to center. And makes the grab. And there's 2 away. Game 4 of the division series. All set for the start of the inning. Teoscar Hernandez steps to the plate for the Dodgers. Rosa makes his way towards it. He won't get there. That should be extra bases. Not stopping. He's going for 3. And he's got a leadoff triple.
2 hits for him in this one, both for extra bases. Got to feel good about that. Could be a chance here for them to start clawing back into this ballgame.
Alberto Rosa digs in now. And there's a strike. Good heater at 98. Rosa wants to challenge this. Thought it was a ball. So the call will stand. That knocks them down to 1 challenge left. And a base hit up the middle. And they have their first hit since the 3rd inning.
Timing on the swing was good, able to shoot the ball up the middle. Didn't square it up as much as he probably would have liked, but that's a good approach paying off.
Runner on the move. Pitch misses. Throws it away.
Get down, get down, get down, get down.
Tag got him. Aggressive base running there, trying to take advantage of the defense, but he's...
Ganamos la división. Ya está, que me va dando La serie
And the
divisional.
Nationals move on. They're off to the National League Championship Series.
You win a National League Division Series, you can breathe a little bit as the next one will stretch out to possibly 7 games. I'm sure they don't want to take it that far, but they're just going to be happy to get there. Congratulations.
Todavía estamos ahí.
So runner at second, 2 down. Alberto Rosa getting ready to hit. He's got some power, no doubt. And a foul ball. Man at second. Hammered, base hit. Rounds third, headed for the plate. Here comes the throw. Safe. Almost made the play, but now it's a one-run ball game.
What an aggressive secondary lead. That ball was smoked to left. To be able to score from second, not only great speed, but great instinct as well.
So 2 down, and now it's Luis Garcia. Here's the pitch. Runner on the move. Hit on the ground to short. Gets it to first. That ends the inning, and they limit. Here's Alex Bregman. And a base hit into right center field. And the tying run is on base. This one in the air, center field. Brings it in. Here comes the runner from third. Safe. And they take the lead. Game 1 of the NLCS. So up now for Chicago, Seiya Suzuki. Ripped on a line, and that's got extra bases written all over it. Around first, heading for 2. Safe at second with a leadoff double.
I could watch base hits like that one all day long, and so could every hitting coach in the league. Just a nice line drive into center field. Could be a chance here for them to start clawing back into this ball game.
Ripped, but it curls foul.
Well, if he's going to steal second, you want him to go early in the count. That way he's not a distraction to the hitter at the plate. Go ahead and get it out of the way so the hitter can focus on the pitch.
Oh, great stop from his backside, but it's not in time. Base hit. Well, Singy, he is locked in there.
Well, he's really slowed the game down, and it's like he's moving in full speed, and everybody is a step or 2 behind. The way that he squared up that baseball.
In the air, left field. Base hit. Here comes the runner. Fires it to the plate. Tag. Not in time. He's safe. It's now 8-7. So 2 outs with runners on the corners. Keibert Ruiz. Now a step off to third.
No, he's in there.
And next will be the cleanup hitter,
Oh,
Alberto Rosa. That one hammered center field. Crow Armstrong ranges back. Pulls it in on the warning track. So bases all loaded up. Dansby Swanson, the next cup to hit. The 0-1. Line drive. Reaching down, makes the catch. Runners tag up from second and third. In comes the runner from third. So 2 down. Alberto Rosa digging in for the Nationals. Outfield deep here, trying to prevent anything over their heads. Hit hard to the ground and up the middle, base hit. Up now for Washington, Luis Garcia. So a walk puts runners at first and second.
Hey, partner, how's your scorecard looking right now?
A little dicey, kind of hieroglyphics style at the moment. You know what it's like, Singy? Remember our trip to London, Yankees and Red Sox? He's trying for third, and that one gets away at the plate.
Dímelo.
Lead runner moves up to third, but no movement from the runner at first.
No. No, yo estoy jugando un chin todavía. Jugando un chin de PlayStation. Casi me voy a poner a ver a los Pokés.